What's going on, guys? We're back with another video. We're doing some 10.2 PTR keys. This is a 17th Throne of the Thunders. I kind of just joined a random key. I decided to go BM on this one because I actually have never done Throne of Thunder on PTR. So, these are my talents. Kind of standard Call of the Wild with Dire Beast spawns. This one was a fun key. I think I am gonna enjoy the absolute crap out of this dungeon. So in this dungeon, like normal keys in the PTI, my pet is a totally different damage number on the details, which I'll fix in a second. Don't worry. As you can see, there's two of me. Overall, I did about, I think someone said 210k overall, which is absolutely insane. And I know the technical last boss has a little damage bonus, but 10 at 210k, I think that's insane. So this is my first time doing this dungeon. Uh, I actually liked a lot of what they did to it. They added bigger packs that you can pull together. They add scarier packs like this. This one, if you don't pay attention at all, these things will one-shot you. And then there's a cone of poison arrows that can come at you too. So it's scary. So apparently these guys thought there was an elevator. There's absolutely no elevator. Um, how BM is looking, honestly, I think it's gonna be the go-to spec for high keys and uh, Vade. I think the single target damage along with the massive AoE damage is just crazy. Like, I tried to keep up on my survival hunter. I get close, but it's just insane. I think Marksman's another contender with the new tier set, but I think I like what Beastmaster's at compared to it. So this, it's very standard Bestial Wrath. I kind of mess up a lot on my barb shots. I don't keep the technical 3 stacks up a lot. I save my cooldowns here because there's no point in sending them when I don't have Bestial Wrath and when all the guys are dead. I still keep up though with the warrior who popped all of their cooldowns, which kind of feels bad when the AoE based and they only did that much. As you could tell, I was checking what talents he was running just cause. So this one, we did a big pull and I just decided to go all in. I'll pop Call of the Wild soon after I use Death Chakra, and then I just kill command. And as you can tell, each kill command I'm getting like 50k DPS on just because the amount of pets that are kill commanding everything is just insane. So they added a couple mobs here. There's a lot of well, not cheese spots, but LOS spots that you can do. We decided not to do any, based on we're pug. We had no idea what we were doing, and honestly, the DH kind of just dealt with everything. I almost died here, uh, just trying to kite the little dog. We didn't really do a good job kiting, but it is what it is. And as you can just tell, like, even without CDs, like, I'm doing by far, like, crazier damage than everybody. Which I think, as, a hunter, you should rejoice, because it's insane. I think we just take this tiny pack, and I think I just pop Bestial Wrath, because honestly, Bestial Wrath on cooldown is the way to go. There's no point in saving it, and besides, we pull the next pack anyways. So a little different stuff. There's a lot of kicks in this dungeon, which could get scary when you don't have a lot of kicks. I bet I'm gonna have to use some freezing traps for some mobs sometimes if we're trying to do big pulls. Uh, Another thing, like, there's kind of like the Dark Heart Thicket bears at the end of the dungeon, or I guess like near the end of the last boss that absolutely just chunk health bars, and you just need to focus down one. So this one we lost, and I have everything, so I am just gonna pump in the single target damage. I think Beastmaster has the top and like single target damage for hunters. I could not get anywhere close with survival. Uh, I was a bit surprised about this part. I had no idea what was going on. I kind of forgot. So if you saw me panic a little bit, I was like, what the heck just happened? Luckily though, switching from my AoE rotation to single target rotation, I just needed to hit multi-shot once and then target different mobs. So that wasn't a big deal. Uh, in hindsight, I should have rezzed the rogue, but I was like, this is a 17 without tyrannical, so I'm not gonna worry about it. And as you can just tell, like, I'm doing 2.5 million more than the warrior. And I don't think I'm padding either. Like, sure, there's a little bit of AoE, but like, there's not a whole ton. And even the DH is padding. I was looking at it, and he did like 2 mil to the little tiny ads while doing 2 mil to the boss. Like, and like me and the warrior weren't doing a whole ton. We were still doing quite a bit. It was just like not as much as the DH was doing. So that was the first boss. Second boss, also interesting. Um, I didn't really have to do anything as a hunter in this one. Um, Actually, on my survival hunter, I did one on I did a 20 Throne of the Tides, and I realized that the little slimes, you want to knock them back, but I'm pretty sure just the pure single target damage that me and the other guys do, we just absolutely destroyed his health by. Which this is the where the slimes will spawn, and you want someone that has like a burst, like a consistently bursty or like not castable shot to knock the slimes back. I thought you had to CC them, but then I realized you couldn't. So all you could do is try to shoot them and knock them back. Luckily, no one died there. It was kind of looking sketchy, but nothing too major that was sketchy there. And as you can tell, like, there was a little bit of cleave to the ads, but like as you can tell, like, I'm just on top. And as you also saw, the rogue is actually using beacon from the last vid. I'm using some of the new trinkets, the a going flame trinket from Farak, I think, and then I think I'm using Pips, friendly trinket, whatever it's called, also in this one. I actually like Pips for Beast Mastery a lot, just cause the Mirror of Tormented Tomorrows, is a 3-minute cooldown, which is kind of awkward with Bestial Wrath sometimes, and very awkward with Call of the Wild. So it's like I barely have it up for cooldowns. I like it more in survival just because I kind of just save it for when I have it, and plus the extra crit from it is just absolutely insane. Here, this is the bad part. The big water elementals or oil elementals. I don't really ink elementals are the ones doing like basically the maddening roar, but it's like uh more over time. It will do more damage. Luckily, they made the stacks fall off, so when you get a stack, the next time you will not get any. So we actually wipe here, and I was kind of focused on trying to stay alive that I didn't really kick much, and that's kind of my fault and trying to get used to the dungeon. But yeah. Also, I mean, I gotta do my damage rotation sometimes. I kind of DPS brained and let it just get to me. So this is kind of like a gauntlet. You want to get to the end. Pretty sure we die quite a bit because the healer cannot keep up with. Oh, he also Ring of Pieces everything, which just kind of kills us. Actually, when I say kinda, it kills us. So the gauntlet, here it is. There's little ads, so I'm gonna skip over this part because it's quite annoying. So these are the two I was talking about that do these swells like kind of back to back, and it does a lot of damage. So the healer needs to either cleanse everybody. I don't know if you can cleanse, but I basically if you don't have anything or the healer is kind of bad, or not bad, but doesn't have anything for that, you kind of just die. And luckily, I think we killed one, and I think I'm alive. Yeah, I stay alive and then die. On this one, first one we wipe because no one knows what they're doing. Second one, we decide to lust. Well, I decide to lust because it's my job. And I kind of understand what I'm doing this one. The pools, I should actually move them closer to the DPS. And I actually saved my misdirect this time. I normally misdirect on cooldown for the boss. But you want to stay, when you get the lines, you want to stay in the little pools so you can soak them. You only have to stay in them for like half a second or so. And then these sledges, you want to get out. Because on my survival, I got one shot from every single time. This time, I put it like right next to them. Almost die from the tick, but luckily, I think I had exhilaration. They get the little things. All you have to do is kind of soak it. Here come the sludges and the I can't even the splotches. Splotches. And you kind of try to get them stacked together and killed together so they don't spread the little goo around. And that should be the last of that. We should kill the boss, and that means all the goo goes away, which is awesome. And then this is where you get the sick buff from Neptulon, I think it is. God, I need to catch up on my lore. But I couldn't tell here if my pets were getting the buff to of Neptulon. But I mean, I think I was, definitely. I didn't really look because, I mean, that boss is kind of like, you just do damage out of nowhere. But I need to look back to see if my pets were getting buffed from it, and if all my other pets were getting buffed, because that could be a indication that something's buggy. So we decided to do Mindbender last. I completely forgot what this does, what this boss does, and I kind of die from it. There's an LOS mechanic that I completely forgot that is even in the game at this point, even when it's not PTO. So I kind of just had a smooth brain moment, and yeah, it happens sometimes. But other than that, I honestly think BM is gonna be where it's at. Like, I think it's significantly tankier than survival and marksman, just based on the fact that you can move and do damage. You can also use like a spirit pet where you can help heal and have the tenacity. Unluckily, he had the lust because we didn't have a lust. And I think Beastmaster does some insane damage, and if played correctly. If played wrong, you don't do damage. I mean, that's like every class though, other than Red Pally. We won't talk about that. But I think you'll see me play Beastmaster in survival a lot. I want to start getting into playing marksman, but for some reason I don't know what's going on. But and I wonder if it was a tank in my last dungeon I did a marksmanship hunter on, but I just couldn't do damage. I think my volleys weren't hitting, and yeah, couldn't tell you. That's also a lot of copium, but I like where Hunt is at right now. I think all three specs are at a good spot. I think Marksman still needs a little bit of love, but on single target, I think AoE it's really, really good. But that is my opinion, and I think a lot of people's opinion too. But I also think that it does some really good damage. So if you're wanting to play any of the three specs, just play whichever, because there's not a wrong answer like there was in the past. So here's the last boss. I do my normal rotation, try to keep Beast Cleave up while these mobs are here. Then he'll spawn a totem that we switch to, and that's kind of bog standard. Kind of like in Uldaman, the Tier of Legacy. Uh, the oh my gosh, I can't remember his name. The big guy that spawns all the trogs. Uh, there's a totem, you kill, you don't die. This is kind of the same with that. And I completely forgot that right after we kill this totem, he casts. Let's see what it's called, so I don't get it wrong. He jumps off the head and terrifying vision. And I thought you turn away, but I didn't really know. I thought you just turned away. You don't have to LOS, but you have to LOS the terrifying vision, and it is what it is. You die sometimes learning Trident due to the dungeon, and I don't die from it again, most likely, unless I'm absolutely just narrow vision, just looking at random crap. So, as you can tell on the damage meters, I am second and fourth, but adding them two together, because I am. Oh, well, I guess, yeah, I'm second and fifth, sorry. Adding those two together, I come out on top, doing 210k DPS, which is, for me, absolutely insane. This is me asking, because other people actually see how much you do. The tank answers with 210. I'm just like, what? and I'm not like a BM expert, but I feel like that's just insane at item level 440. And I understand one of the bosses is kind of scuffed with it, but like I'm impressed with myself, and I think BM is looking really good. If you liked what you see and what you watched, please give me a like and subscribe. And if you can, follow my Twitch. This was streamed at twitch.tv/Zelium6. I also have a TikTok. Uh, I don't know the whole thing with TikTok, but it's Zelium6. I do a lot of hunter things for it. I rate how the new tier was. I was rating the sets for it. I was doing bursts. I was showing off fun clips of me doing some stupid stuff. And if you like what you see, please do all that. And thank you for watching. Peace.